LinkedIn Live. Hope you're having a great day. I certainly am, and I anticipate it will only get better, especially after this post. So thank you for joining. Chat's on. If anybody wants to come on the show, share what they have to say, or just share who you are and where you're from, be happy to recognize and promote you. With that said, let's move right into the topic at hand, which could be an absolute opportunity to really accelerate your progress on LinkedIn and really get into, strong, trusted relationship collaborations. The topic is supercharge your LinkedIn collaboration and feedback with polling and with tagging. And here we go. Trevor's here. Nice to see you, Trevor. Always good to have you. And, would love to have you on the show. So with that said, another comment for Trevor is Trevor's from Washington. Welcome again, Trevor. Thanks for coming along. If you don't know Trevor, check out his profile while you can. And I would say that'd be a great start to a great connection. With that said, let's move right into how do you supercharge your collaboration and feedback? Well, one quality way, which I've been doing and been doing lately, is tagging and using polling when appropriate. So what is tagging? Well, tagging is when you recognize somebody in a comment or a post. Typically, it's in comments, and I'm very prodigious at it. I've been doing it for like 2 years, and I don't think anybody's done it more in that time or done it larger as far as scale. If you like, let me share yesterday's tagging with you, and you can see what I do. So basically, what you have here is my post, which is right up here. Yesterday was turning LinkedIn connections into collaborators, got 445 impressions, and here is my list, right? So recognizing great LinkedIn connections, and here they are, got my little holiday special here, and then I keep going, and another list of tags, right? And then I keep going, another list of tags, and I've got another list somewhere in here. So basically, that's typically how tagging looks, and it also relates to who are you really plugged in with. Everybody I tag, I've had a conversation with or an interaction at least, and they've been recent. If someone doesn't respond in 72 hours, new person comes in. I've got a huge backlog of people who want to be tagged. Trevor says, thank you. We've got Mohammed here. Thanks for joining today from UAE. It's always a pleasure. I'm just so impressed on how many people from so many places come together on a LinkedIn Live like this. So thank you again, Mohammed. So the key to tagging, and here's the essence of it. When you tag somebody, their audience sees you and your audience sees them when there's interaction. So when someone comments, that opens it up. Now imagine 120 people. Well, here's a question from Trevor. Are you putting the tags as a personal comment in your live comment thread? Great question. Let's go back to my tagging here. And in order to do it, let me show you how I would tag. So if we go in here, if I wanted to tag somebody, I would do in the comments, and let's say I want to tag Trevor. So I start typing in Trevor's name, And actually, I can just do it through here, because Trevor's been at the top of my list. So basically, here's Trevor for everybody again. What I could do is then go in the post like I have. And here's the post. Here's a way to tag Trevor. Okay, so add Trevor. Let's just add Tara for now. So that's how it would look, right? And then if I want to do another one, I could do Jenny or Jennifer, right? And just keep going. And that's really the key. So, you know, I hope that answers your question. We've got Safdar here from Pakistan. Thank you for joining. Oh, we got Uland, the Hawk. Hello, Don. Hello, you. Poonam, great to have you again. She seems to, or he seems to follow this show. I sure appreciate that. Getting back to polling, let me share really as quick as I can the benefits of it. It promotes you, because, by sharing who you believe is a quality connection is third-party validation to them. And by association with the people that they're around and people who support them, it reflects on them. The other key to it is that LinkedIn's algorithm sees activity. So here's how it works, or here's how I believe it works. No one, I don't think, understands everything about how it works because it changes so much. But if you start a post, LinkedIn shares that with who they believe, I believe, is the most relevant community that you have. And it waits. And if nothing happens, it stays. Now, if you do a post and within the first hour, all of a sudden there's interaction. And the key is interaction beyond the people you tag. If I tag 120 people and I get 10,000 or 20,000 views, it couldn't have been on the 120, so it went beyond it. LinkedIn sees that, understands, hey, there's a lot of action, must be relevant. Let's match an expanding audience to who's already interacting. And that's why it's key to have relevant, aligned people who you're tagging, because you're going to get more of them. If you're just looking for vanity numbers, just looking for action, all it's going to do is create a lot of work, going to misdirect a lot of time and attention from where your core competency is. And it just doesn't work that well. We've got Carla here. Thank you so much. Carla Goldberg from El Paso, Texas. I followed you also, Carla. If you want, everybody on this commenting string should be somebody one reaches out and connects to and uses this program as a networking opportunity, because everything you want to do is multi-purpose or multi-repurpose. So when you do like content, make sure you get the most out of it. Don't do more, do better, do it more often. Okay, getting back to tagging. With tagging, what you're doing is building an involuntary community that meets by plan instead of by accident. And the other thing is it's supportive. People in my tagging group get about 150 to 200 unsolicited quality connection requests a month. And people on this show are going to get a lot of benefit because you ride the train. That's what's so important. Moving on. Hawk says he's open to connect. Great guy, very entertaining and educational. I suggest you get hold of Hawk. Okay, moving into polling. Now, what's polling? Well, polling's part of the creator capabilities that most people have. I've used polling for about 2 years, and it's the best thing in the world to start interaction and feedback. How is that? Well, first of all, whatever you're thinking and you can't figure out, usually I go to Google, I go to YouTube, and even then, if I'm confused, I say to myself, why not ask everybody who's supporting me and who follows me for their insight? By doing a poll, you find out level of interest, level of participation. But here's the beauty of it. And I've had polls that went crazy. I'm talking 1,500 responses in a day. And typically, and I can do a whole show on polling, and I have, you want to have the poll tell you what you need to know. And again, you can get blinded by numbers and get excited by, response. But the more general question, the larger the response. The biggest poll I always have is, how many connections do you have? And then I'd put like 0 to 2,000, 2 to 10, 10 to, and above. Or how long have you been on LinkedIn? Everybody's got an answer for that. So if you make it just 2 or 3 choices about a broad topic, you're going to get a lot of action. And that will supercharge your post. Because if 1,200 people respond to that poll, there's going to be 1,200 people that had to be on that post and see it, whether they read it, the whole thing. And that's pretty significant. So if you have a general appeal, service, or product, that's great. Now, let's say you have a specific and you're only looking for LinkedIn influencers who have over 30,000 connections. And basically, if you were to identify that group, and let's say you only get 20 responses, well, those are 20 pre-qualified, interested parties. And here's the beauty of it. They took the time, interest, and thought to really respond to you. So not only are you getting answers that are based on feedback, not based on assumption, but you're also getting people who now you have an automatic opportunity to have a conversation with. Because what I do then, so let's say I get 1,200. Out of 1,200, maybe 50 that I say, hey, these could be great, aligned, collaborative connectors. Then I can say, thank you so much for supporting my poll. I appreciate your feedback. Let's have a Zoom. And what that tells you is, are they going to go beyond just informal, superficial polling? Or will they have a conversation? If they say yes, you move to the next level. And now you're off of LinkedIn. And now you're having one-on-one direct conversations. If they say no, you know where they're limited at. It's a sorting process. You use it to qualify. The Hawk says, much prefer connections to followers. What do you think about that? Well, to me, the challenge with connections and followers is I've got 37,000. At 30,000, you can't get any more connections. I suppose you can add more followers, but my followers, since I've been on creator mode, I think there's a relationship, hasn't really grown. Whether you call themselves a connection or a follower, the good thing, the differentiation is a connection, you see their content, they see yours. A follower, they only see yours. So that way your feed isn't congested with just things that aren't relevant to you. So there's the benefit of having a follower. The key thing is there collaboration? Is there interaction? Is there activity? With 37,000 followers, I'd say 300 is the most relevant, the most interactive, and that's more than enough. If you have 5 quality followers or connections, you can make super things happen if you get together. Collaboration is the key to this, and this is what the whole LinkedIn Live today was: supercharge your LinkedIn collaboration and feedback. Tagging gets you all the collaboration you need. So does polling. Collaboration, feedback comes with more interaction as far as tagging. And you're going to get more positive interaction because people want to keep their spot. People have an issue with tagging because they don't understand it, and most people don't do it right. They're intrusive. It's like spamming, and there's a lot of people say, I don't want to bother people. Well, if you don't want to bother people, one way to do is reach out to them and say, I was thinking about tagging you in a post. Would that be something you'd be interested in? If they say no, great. You know where they stand. You don't want to just have a pile of connections. You want to have them in sorted order as to what they're into, how relevant are they now, not when you connected with them. What could you do with them? What are you doing with them? Analyze. So many people are busy doing. They need to take time to reflect on what they've done and take time to plan on what they're going to do. It's a 3-part process. If you put too much time and effort into one, you're going to sacrifice the other two, and ultimately it's going to reduce your ability to be successful. Okay, we've got Carla here who wants to say hello to Trevor. Great. I know we've all been involved in the same show on Saturday. So moving forward, the key is you taking action and you being able to drive next steps as far as interactions, collaborations. You have to create the opportunity to take advantage of the opportunity. And by doing that, you include other people in your opportunity. So, here's Poonam. I'm from India. Great. Thanks for joining. And tagging, polling, LinkedIn Live, you need a strategy for everything. If you're going to do something, have a plan. It could be one line. That's all it takes is now you got something on paper. And what I heard the other day, which I believe, a written plan has 5 times the success rate of an unwritten plan. So, think about it, write it, because you're putting your future on the line. There's a huge opportunity here, and some people have learned how to take advantage of it, and they're crushing it. And a lot of people have plateaued, have limited belief systems, limited knowledge. Their proficiency is, I've been doing this every day for 3 years, posting. I've been doing a LinkedIn Live every day for 7 months. I've seen it all. I've done it all. And I've come up with what I do every day. And what I teach in my coaching programs is replicating what I do every day to get what I get every day and cross the river. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out journey. Buy some vowels, solve the LinkedIn Wheel of Fortune puzzle, and have some fun. And that's what I'm doing. So if I'm doing it, it's not because I'm special. It's just I'm doing things the right way for the right reasons with the right people. That's how everything gets right. Moving forward, boy, we've got a lot of interaction today. A lot of talk back and forth. This is great. So, I'd love to hear what your experience is with polling, what your experience with tagging. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with people who are interested in really taking the next step and making things happen and getting involved to help things happen for you through you being part of my tagging group. You being part of a collaboration group I have, and I've got 3 programs on my website that has a great special if you're interested. I'll share it in comments. And with that said, if there's any other thoughts, questions, be glad to address them. If not, I want to wish you a wonderful LinkedIn day. Hopefully you can take some of this and use it as a quality takeaway that can be applied. And you can get some low-hanging fruit, maybe build some belief, awareness, and more importantly, activity. Tom Watson, who founded IBM, said if you want to get really successful, double your rate of failure. You'll learn what not to do, and you'll get more context and perspective. So thank you again. Let me see if there's any final things. Okay, Carla says writing it down makes it real, for sure. I'll definitely tag you in my post, Carla. Thanks for joining today. And anybody on the post who wants to share, be free to do so. I appreciate it. Sharing is caring. So, this has been fun. More, I'm always excited after doing it because I've got so many great ideas to go to work on from doing it. And I'll see everybody back here tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, every day, 7 days of the week. Mohammed has something to be mentioned. Thanks all. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Here we have another individual, Pakistan. Thank you. Wow, we sure did knock it out of the park today. Carla says thanks. I say thank you double back to everyone on the show. Have fun. Be positive. It really does make a difference. Everything ripples. Remember that. So, bring the best you can to the party. I'll leave you with one more thing. Oh, here's Trevor. Thanks, Trevor. Nice to finally get here live. So much more fun. Well, you made it happen, Trevor. You're the guy to get the ball rolling today. And that's what happens. Someone's got to put their toe in the water, get in front of something, and challenge themselves. Stretch, right? You start building muscles. Let me see. Okay, thank you. I mean, I could go forever, but I know everybody's got a day ahead of themselves too. So with that said, I will finally say goodbye. Oh, the last thing I was going to say, the definition of a big shot is a little shot to keep shooting. So don't stop shooting. You'll get there, and we could get there together better. So talk to you later. Bye for now.